Before we begin, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at DolynnyTV and on Instagram at TysonDolynny. You guys want to make sure you see what's going on behind the scenes here on Dolynny TV. That's where to find it. Let's get going. This is Dolynny TV, guys. Yes, sir. I'm going to move this up so as you can hear me even more excitedly shouting in your ear. It is NHL 19. It is the moment we've waited for. The moment I have tweeted up to for the past week and a half, 2 months, whatever it's been since NHL 18 and MLB The Show 18 have kind of died off on Dolynny TV. Either which way, you see we're into the franchise mode screens, which means it's time to select our franchise mode. And I'm going to get up close and personal here with you because if you're a fool, you wouldn't know. But if you know me, you know exactly where we are going with this franchise mode. Of course, classic. We will do an expansion or a relocation franchise at some point this year. Stay tuned. I will let you know when I enter the GM name. And of course, it's going to be Dolynny TV. We are live back with Dolynny TV in NHL for the first time in a long time. I mean, I had to make that bittersweet decision to walk away from it mid-June, mid-July, whatever it was. And then I made that same decision to walk away from MLB. And here we are finally with NHL 19. I appreciate all your guys' support over the summer, of course, from about mid-August to right now, a month duration where I didn't really have any content. I was doing those Oilers previews. I'll leave a card to those. They're A+ insight if you're not an Oilers fan. So, of course, the Oilers, yes, sir, that's exactly who we want to choose. We're going to get into the roster overview. We're going to see what this team looks like. We're going to get kind of finding out what we're doing in franchise mode this year. I'm not going to bore you with Fog of War in episode 1 because everybody's already seen that, right? Day 1, Day 2, Day 3 of EA Early Access, there were 100 videos out about that. So today we're just going to break down the Edmonton Oilers in franchise mode. So let's get right into this. What the heck is going on here? Oh, you got to scroll, that's why. Okay, we're good. Getting confused, not too much. Let's get right into this. So owner mode on, CPU trades on, player morale off. I'm not a big fan of player morale. That's one thing, makes my job complicated. Fog of War, GM firing, NHL salary cap, and assistant coach. Edit lines off. Let's get this franchise mode started, shall we? Everything we need to know except for the injury sliders is of course where I go in. Gameplay sliders, let's get that knocked down right here, right now before we get too far into the season. Lose Connor McDavid, lose Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about it. We'll go at 10. We'll see what 10 does for the first few episodes. And we will hopefully have a good start to the franchise mode. There we go. We'll hit back and advance out of here. In we go and start the career that is GM Dolynny's new tenure as the GM of the Edmonton Oilers. Of course, guys, if you're tuning in and you're thinking, man, this guy sounds familiar, he looks familiar, nice to meet you. Yak City Gaming, now Dolynny TV. Hope it's been a good time for you without me. Now let's get to it. So guys, as we take a second to load in, I hope you're an Oilers fan, I hope you're a fan of NHL 19, and I hope you consider leaving a like on today's video as well as subscribing to Dolynny TV to stay up to date with everything NHL 19 on the channel. Of course, this like goal, I'm going to put in really lofty ambitions on this. The NHL 17 Edmonton Oilers franchise mode got 200 likes. Guys, if you want to show your support as an Oilers fan, as a fan of NHL 19, or just as a Dolynny TV fan, hit that thumbs up. We're going for 200. Let's try and get there. Now, new to franchise mode. Welcome to franchise mode. Our all-new scouting system allows for more control than ever before. Recruit, hire, and, of course, my favorite part will be firing a staff of pro and amateur scouts for your franchise. Scout individual players to unveil attributes and other information to build the best organization in the NHL. So this year is a dogfight, boys. Fog of War is going to make sure of that. So let's get right into it. Scouting accuracy, this is what you need to know, right? Grayed out, no bars, unknown. Light gray, 1 bar, very inaccurate. Semi-accurate is pretty good. And then accurate, you know 100% what you got. Maybe have to rip some Fortnite, got the new update out. Let's go. Fog of War. We've already been through this. I'm not going to bore you, like I said. And when to assign a scout. When you see a player with inaccurate information, you will want to send a scout to evaluate that player. Of course you will. You want to find out who that guy is. And you want to get understanding him, right? That's 100%. So the first thing we got to do, like we said, look at this. Connor McDavid's leading the way for the team already. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 points in 0 games played. But that's not quite the thing. We'll get into the preseason next episode. I'm going to try and keep this one around 10-11 minutes for you. Quick and brief, get you another episode tomorrow and get going on this franchise mode, that is for sure. So we need to go into right here, and we need to go edit lines, and I'll show you the lines as they stand right now in franchise mode for the Edmonton Oilers. The assistant coach, we will keep him off. So right now they're projecting the Oilers looking like this. How about this? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Milan Lucic as the top line. That makes no sense to me. Nugent-Hopkins still listed as the center. I would bet him as a primary left winger this season for the Oilers. Puljujarvi, 79 overall. Draisaitl at an 87. That's a very nice rating. Pontus Heiberg, 78. Drake Caggiula, 79. Strome, Reeder, Cassian, Kara, and Brodziak. Of course, these ratings really not that terrible for the Oilers, considering what they could look like given the way the roster finished out last year, right? If you understand where we're coming from as Oilers fans, it was a very rough finish to the season. So let's go see who is scratched, and I'll give you insight. Kevin Gravel and Ty Rattie are scratched. Ty Rattie, I'll give you player info on him. He's a depth forward at 25 years old, medium potential, top 9 forward. You know where we're going to stick him. If you're a fan of Dolynny TV, if you're a fan of the Edmonton Oilers, you know who he is the incumbent to play with this season. Of course he's going to be with Connor McDavid, at least in the Who knows what I'm going to do come regular season. I'll need your guys' input, so get those comments down below. Let's go. Let's start ripping the comments now. But you see Ty Rattie, very, very skilled offensively, that's for sure. His skating's A+, honestly, in my mind. And his slap shot, like, everything's good. Like, the wrist shot's decent. He should score goals alongside Connor McDavid. That's all I have to say on that when it comes to Ty Rattie. So right there, the lines right now, they need to be reconfigured. Of course, we'll have the rookies come up first and play some preseason games to get a hold of who they look like. So just hold off, relax, and calm down for a second. Didn't mean to do that. Holy, I'm getting excited, aren't I? It's like I'm a veteran of this, yet I'm a rookie because it's a new game, but the same old NHL, right? Oscar Klefbom, Adam Larson, the top pair. That's a very weak top pair overall wise, but they are the incumbents, right? That's what I'm dealing with as the GM taking over the Edmonton Oilers. Darnell Nurse, Andre Sekera, Chris Russell, and Matt Benning. Honestly, very good ratings for the defense for the Oilers this year. Matt Benning at least finally gets a verified 80 rating. He'll grow. He'll get better. He's a top 6 medium potential. It should be good. He could get up to an 82, 83 maybe. Darnell Nurse, top 4 medium potential. Andre Sekera. Of course, we'll skip him out. Probably actually what I'll do with Andre Sekera is trade him just for the value and get a defenseman in there like Ethan Bear. So we should go see what Ethan Bear is rated at. 75. I'm fine sticking a 75 on my third pairing. I'm not going to worry about that. It's the first year. We're trying to win the cup, of course. That's kind of the expectations with the Oilers, but we're going to try and get Ethan Bear his development at 21 years old. He's a top 6D. I don't buy that. I think he's much better. Same with Caleb Jones, only a top 6D, but we all know in NHL 17 what Caleb Jones was capable of. How about 60-point seasons in the NHL, right? Cup winner, right? So let's go back a while. William Legason, not really developing into much, so we got a pretty crap poor defensive farm, it looks like at this point, other than, of course, Evan Bouchard, who's in the juniors at this point, and I'll probably play him there this year. Ryan Hamilton, Kyler Yamamoto, we'll have to stick him in the AHL and let him play it out. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I will let him play in the AHL for a year. Roman Horak, Josh Curry. Roman Horak, all of a sudden, great out. He's really fallen off the train since playing for Calgary all those years ago. Grayson Downing, Joseph Gambardella. This kid was a monster fighting the Ukrainian uppercutter in the rookie game the other day. Patrick Russell, Brandon Christopher, Cameron Hebig, and Evan Polai. Okay, so that's the offense. What's the goaltending situation look like? And then we'll go see the goaltending situation in the NHL. It's Dylan Wells and, of course, Stuart Skinner. We're going to flip-flop those two before I forget to do that. Let's get to the NHL. It's Cam Talbot and Al Montoya. Now, we don't have a scratched goalie, Mikko Koskinen. He's 78 overall, so there's another trade possibility. I need you guys to come in and figure out for me. Do we trade Al Montoya and get Koskinen in the backup role, or what do we do here? Because, I mean, Koskinen's a 78 overall. He's an exact backup. Kind of a bad signing for the Oilers in terms of NHL 19. In terms of real life, what they decide to do with Montoya could really be helped out by having Mikko Koskinen in the back seat of the goaltending crease. So guys, that's where I'm going to leave it. It's an easy franchise opener. Episode 1. We're good. We're gold. We know what the team looks like. Now it's on you. Let me know, what do we need to find in maybe in terms of a trade in the preseason. What do we need to see, right? Forward depth chart. You see we'll go through it here. Of course, you have Kirill Maximov, Ostap Safin, right? There's a couple great guys in the system for the Oilers defensively. Depth chart looks great. I mean, you've got Berglund, Bouchard at 65 overall, but he's going to be a top 4 pairing defenseman, no problem. And Person, Samorukov, who is rated at a AHL top 2. Really, that's it. Ooh, I'm surprised. But you also have Marcus Niemelainen at 59 overall and 20 years old. Guys, thank you so much. This is Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson. As always, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Make sure to stick around for the card and catch the Oilers talks that I did over the last month. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like. We're going for 200. I will catch you guys in the next one.